Hi, welcome to Kai. So to start off, Kai is a parry heavy boss which kind of requires fast reflexes. It might seem daunting at first, but with a bit of training, parrying will become like muscle memory. So, the gauge. On top, we have the green chrono gauge where it will recharge over time, even when you don't hit the boss. I will go into more details later on about this gauge, but next up is the blue dash icon below it. This is your parry. You will automatically recharge up to 3 charges over time. This parry can be used to dodge any attack in the boss fight. You can dash left, right, and up. Hold the down key to stay in place. So when the fight begins, you will see 2 kinds of attacks. Pink attacks done by Kai and green attacks around the map. The green attacks just do cheap damage and do not require much attention to it. The pink attacks by Kai will be explained later on, so when you get hit by Kai, which is a pink attack, you lose chrono gauge. So you would want to dodge the pink attacks more than the green ones. Okay, so what does the chrono gauge do? So when the time distortion timer goes down to 0, Kai activates his mechanics. He will do 2 of 3 mechanics at random. Text will be on the screen to say press the chrono break button, which will then consume your chrono gauge. If you do not press the chrono break, his attacks will be very fast and your parry will not refresh, even if you parried successfully. Now, if you use chrono break, it slows down Kai's attack and each successful parry will refresh the cooldown of your parry. So you might be wondering, what is this number whenever he activates chrono break? Well, it's a scoring system where if you can hit 10k, you get a 40-second cooldown reduction on all your skills, including your origin. If you get 8 to 9k, you get a 20-second cooldown reduction, and if you get 6 to 7k points, you get a 10-second cooldown reduction. But if you get lesser than 6,000 points, you get no cooldown reduction. The number scoring system increases over time and will decrease if you get hit by Kai's attack. You can attack him during this mechanic as well, but it will be better to just do the mechanic and dodge his attacks. The key to this is just to not get hit. You can use your iframes of Ascent and Origin to avoid doing the max, and your score will still increase. Aim for 10k so you can reset your 2-minute burst skills and bind skills. But do take note that if you get a score of 8 to 9k, your bind timing will be off sync if your burst skills are up, because if you get 10k on the scoring, the boss is actually staggered for 10 seconds. And that is why you are able to bind the boss afterwards. Future me here, if you get 10k score, it resets the debuff of the bind on the boss, so you can just bind it straight up. So, for phase 1 mechanics, Kai does 3 different types of attack. The first one being, he gets into this pose, and lasers that will rotate will appear. All you have to do is just go to the middle of the map and parry upwards. There is a timing to it and there will be a total of 7 lasers. So the timing goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is a 1 second leeway on the parry, so you'll be fine if you parry it too early. The second attack is where Kai does this pose, jumps in the air and then shoots 4 missiles at you. Pause and continue this attack 2 more times, followed by a slightly longer delay and then 1 more missile. To parry this, you just down parry on the spot so that he wouldn't move around, and you just time his attacks to time the pause. Just remember that you can attack the boss once after 4 missiles. That is how long the pause will be. Then afterwards you have to immediately parry. So the timing goes something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. See how there's a delay at the last attack? Start your parry when you see the initial green circle on Kai disappear, and then you start counting after that. The third attack is when Kai does this pose and raises his sword to the air. This creates pillars on the floor that will explode after a certain time. All you have to do is parry on the spot, which is down parry. When the green rectangle indicator reaches its max size and flashes, you can press the down parry or just parry. Just keep calm and parry. You can use Ascent to dodge this skill too, or just stand in the safe spot in between, but I wouldn't recommend this as the hitbox is kind of iffy. Another thing to note that is that the last wave of Kai's sword pillars is that it will come down faster than usual, so you have to be ready to parry it. So there is actually a cheese to his mech, and that would be using your essence or iframe and turning off Chrono Break. The score will still generate even if you don't press Chrono Break, and the whole key to his mechanics is just to not get hit. So if you have a 3 to 5 second iframe, you can just turn off Chrono Break and use your iframe skill. A 3 second iframe will be a little tight and might need some dodging. First up, his dash attack. His dash attack has this hitbox and Kai will dash after a shot indicator. You will get pushed back and stunned if it hits you. After his dash attack, he does a secondary attack where a clone will spawn either on the left or on the right of him and proceed to do another attack with roughly the same hitbox. So, how do you dodge this attack? Well, first up, you can just dash away from him to dodge it, or you can up jump Kai's dash, but do take note that if you up jump too late, you will get hit. You can also parry this attack or just dash behind him when he is doing the shot skill indicator. Also, you can up jump his clone attack. The second attack that he does, I will call it 2 strikes. The first hit just does damage and of course it lowers your chrono gauge, and the second one will knock back and stun you. So to dodge his second attack, you either just jump away from him or just stay near him and walk left and right while DPSing him. Now on to the third attack, Sword Waves. Kai will charge for a bit and then do this pose that you see right now and shoot out sword waves on his left and right. So for this sword wave attack, you cannot up jump to dodge it nor stand on him to dodge it. This is the only skill that you need to either parry or teleport through. The fourth attack that Kai has is a 2-part skill again. He will first do this pose, which is different from the sword wave attack, and after charging for a while, he does an AoE attack and proceeds to charge again to do an even bigger AoE attack. So how do you counter this? Well, just run away from him when you see him charging up, or just parry the AoE. That's about it for this attack. His fifth attack is his teleport attack, where he will teleport to you if you get too far from him, and he will do 2 slashes. The first one stuns you and the second one knocks you back. To dodge this attack, there are a few ways. You flash jump away, up jump, or just parry towards him. However, you need a little bit of experience to do this, and the easiest way to dodge is to always assume that he will teleport to you when you're away from him and just parry towards him, or just try to be on a boss at all times. Congratulations on bringing Kai down to 50%. Now prepare for a whole new Chrono Break mechanics. First up, enhanced rotating lasers. This time you have to not only just dodge 1, but 2 rotating lasers. Wow! Alright, so look for this pose. Then you have 2 ways to dodge this. Go to the left side at where you see now and down parry 5 times. Then dash through the laser as shown in the video and down parry for 2 times when the laser changes directions. This would be the easier method. The other method is if you're on the right side. The lasers on the right changes directions way quicker and you have to be ready for it. So to parry for the right side, you down parry at where I am standing at for 5 times. Then after the 5th, you parry to the right and down parry for 3 times. These lasers are pretty much very easy to do and you just need a little bit more training and you will probably get the tempo down. So I recommend not using your iframes for this. Because the next mechanic is what gets most people, enhanced area explosions. Kai will disappear and this is the only attack when he is untargetable. Pillars will form either from right to left or left to right and explode. You will have to parry 0.5 seconds after the 4th pillar appears, because if you parry right after you see the 4th pillar, it is too early and you will lose your parry count. There is 3 ways to do this. First, you count the number of green areas that pop up. There will be 6. So upon the 4th pillar, wait for 0.5 seconds, then parry. Make sure you are in Chrono Break. Then parry in a tempo for 5 more times. This is a little bit more difficult because there's no room for error. The second way is to stand in the middle when he disappears, find the direction of the pillar appearing, whether left to right or right to left. Then go to the initial start with a down parry at where the first pillar appears or just parry to it. Then parry accordingly to where the pillar moves, as the blue zone will move towards that direction. The blue zone is a safe spot, but again, the safe hitbox of it is either iffy or ping reliant. The third method would be the easiest. Of course, you off Chrono Break and press your iframe upon the second green pillar appearing or just origin. The third attack mechanic he does is when he goes into this pose and he just starts shooting lasers everywhere. For this attack, just keep calm, and only parry when you're gonna get hit. You can just move around to avoid the lasers. It is crucial that you do not spam your parries, because losing parries here will definitely cause you to lose a lot of your score. Now, his advanced dash attack. It does the same thing, except that it now spawns 2 clones beside him and hits both his left and right. Just up jump to dodge his clones or be on Kai after he dashes and spawn the clones. Try not to parry this, as there are other skills that you need to parry. The second attack, Enhanced Double Hit, well, he has just bigger AoE and it pretty much does the same thing. Just avoid it by running away from him or just being on opposite sides of this attack. Now, his third attack, Enhanced Sword Waves. This is a very painful skill that will kill you if you get hit a lot. Kai does 3 sword waves consecutively. For the first sword wave, you have to parry it, as standing on him is not safe. After parrying the first wave, you can just either parry the other 2 or just stand on Kai. There is no other counterplay unless you iframe or teleport through his sword waves. This is why you have to save your parries in phase 2. The fourth enhanced version, Enhanced Double AoE. The first AoE is the same, but on the second AoE, he now shoots sword waves on both sides of him. You have to parry this. Again, either parry after he charges for his second AoE or just iframe it. For teleport classes, run back, wait for the wave, then teleport behind the wave. So, parry timers. Enhanced sword waves and sword waves. Wait for the glow on Kai's sword and then you press parry. Dash attack. From the moment he raises his sword, just wait 1 second and then just parry it. Alright, so I just realized that giving parry timers may not be that useful for you guys, as we might have different pings. So my advice would be that you just go into the boss and then get a feel of how long you have to wait before pressing the parry button. So my advice for you if you are doing a normal Kai main card is that you origin and burst straight off the bat when you get into the boss. Then when your 1 minute skill is up, try to whip your 1 minute skills when you are doing the Chrono gauge, when you are doing the Chrono break. But of course, if you fail to get 10k score, then your burst and your 1 minute burst will be off sync. And then I would suggest not doing that unless you can do some quick maths in your head and somehow time out the timers again. So with that, good luck with your Kai. I forgot to mention that if you hold down the parry key, it uses all 3 parry gauge immediately, like this. So be careful on spamming or holding down the parry key, because your parry is very important. And on the left and on the right of the maps, you'll have like these green lasers that basically just do a lot of damage. So just try not to get hit by them. And your parry can actually animation cancel some of the attacks if you get hit. In hard mode, basically everything hits harder and it is more punishing to be hit by Kai's ping skill, because now the amount of chrono gauge you lose after getting hit by Kai's ping skills in the hard mode is a lot. So you have to be careful while playing hard mode. And with that, this is the real end of the guide. Good luck to everyone. Peace out.